Hey YouTube world, what's going on? So another video. I'm only doing this because here's a guy that, I'm not quoting Chris Collinsworth, even though he always says that and it could get old really quick. But here's a guy that doesn't look or seem to be the grade A1, NFL quarterback. He's not 6'4". He's barely 6 feet tall. Has an okay on arm. He doesn't have a cannon for an arm. But looking at his stats, so far what he's accomplished in his 18 years in the NFL and overcoming a lot of obstacles which would have just retired most guys. I mean, when you have shoulder surgery, the likelihood of you coming back is less than 50%, but you make it, and you're still playing, and who knows how long you could still be playing. To go from you play a few years on one team, and then you go to another team where that city needs as much help as anybody, would need in a crisis situation to overlift them of what they need, that one missing part. You go there and it's like, oh shit, things just change. Who am I talking about? Yes, Drew Brees. Drew Brees. He reminds me a lot of Larry Bird. A great player. Say a good athlete, shows up to work every day, always consistent. But why isn't he in the talks of some of the greats, why do I say with Larry Bird? Because Larry Bird played in a time where there were other great NBA players. And, people would say, yeah, he's the greatest white NBA player of all time. I would probably agree with that, too. You got Pete Maravich, Jerry West as an example. But, I put Larry Bird ahead of them. But he was always not, with the greats, And then Drew Brees, greatest quarterbacks. Of course, you think of more of the past, think of guys who are already retired. So Brett Favre, John Elway, Dan Marino, Joe Montana, Jim Kelly, Warren Moon, Roger Staubach, Johnny Unitas, just to name a few guys, Steve Young, probably soon to be, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. And then we get to Drew Brees. But I guess what he accomplished last night, breaking the all-time passing record, I like how Shannon Sharpe on Undisputed today said that these records are not as sacred as baseball. Everybody knows 755, as in number of home runs ever hit by Hank Aaron. Everybody knows 56. The number of games that were hitting streak for Joe DiMaggio, 300. The batting average, the lifetime batting average of Ted Williams. People know those records if they follow baseball. If people follow baseball without Google assistance, can you tell me Emmitt Smith's rushing total record, right off the bat? Can you? Or what about Jerry Rice's all-time receiving record? Can you do that without turning on Google or checking out on Google? Or even what was the previous all-time passing record that was held by what? See, I don't even know. Was it either held by Peyton Manning or Brett Favre, though? Because Dan Marino had it, and then John Elway was there for a little bit, and then Brett Favre basically played for 20 years, just about, and he broke it. And I'm like, well, what about Peyton Manning? It's like 71,000 something. And I mean, Tom Brady's up there as well too. And when these guys retire, their records are gonna be annihilated though. I mean, partly due because of NFL rules. So they're not as sacred. But why am I saying, okay, well, Drew Brees, he's a team for a player that, he played for a team that I don't like. That's also another comparison with Larry Bird because I don't like the Celtics. And I don't like the New Orleans Saints. But how he carries himself is so role model. And just basically how he played the game of football his whole career. I respect that. So, congratulations, Drew. I don't know if you'll be how long this record will last. I mean, like, or how much longer you're gonna be in the NFL. Though, like, what about your touchdowns? You know, your quarterback rating, your attempts, completions, all of that. Though, it's like how there's gonna go. I mean, Tom Brady's still playing. I mean, who knows how much longer Aaron Rodgers wants to play. And, I mean, I can think of other quarterbacks, though, that are going to be getting up there real soon. So, but I just wanted to say, congratulations, Drew Brees. I'm saying that because how you carry yourself and how you play the game, I respect that. And I don't like the fucking team that you're playing for. All right? All right, anyways, I'm out. Bye.